What's going on, guys? It's Luke here. Going to run through this trade recap of this trade day that we took on NQ. We ended up getting stopped out of this trade break even right around this point, and then as you can see from there, prices actually ran up a little bit. Salty on this one, but it's okay because this was a riskier setup. I didn't go heavy in this at all, so it's really not too big of a deal that I ended up missing out on the move. But let's get into this. So as we know, yesterday NQ took out all-time highs, and if we look at ES still hasn't. So now it's starting to push its way up towards them. But at the time, ES was lagging behind NQ. We look at the 4 hour. The 4 hours in bullish order flow. We, flipped this 4 hour gap. We were respecting it, and then we went to the 1 hour. So coming into the market, let me put the replay tool back here if it would let me. Right here. This is what price was looking like in the pre-market, right? So we'd put in this pre-market high. We had all these sell side draws down here, and then we had previous day high up here. And if you look at ES in the pre-market, ES actually failed to take out this high. So we actually had a bearish SMT coming in. So my idea was if price swept lower, I wanted to look for longs back up to take out this pre-market high or something like that, or just to continue up back to all-time highs. So after market opens, price immediately comes up and takes out this pre-market high, and then we have a huge flush to the downside. We take out this low, we take out the London lows, we come all the way down, and we tap into this 4 hour bullish FVG all the way down here. So the thing that's important about this fair value gap is not only do we take out a ton of sell side liquidity, but this is the first gap on the leg up. So this is going to be basically the last line of defense for the bulls. So if this gap can basically hold bullish, it's going to push price up. But if it fails and say we inverse this gap, then we're going to be looking for price to continue lower down to that previous day low, and then just continue to take out more sell side from there. But from there, I'm going to put the replay tool back. This is where we started to get kind of involved in this trade right here. So on the 5 minute, we start to get a shift to the upside. We have a small 5 minute bearish fair value gap right here, and we push above it, and then we come back in and we're retesting it right here, right? So at this point, order flow is starting to shift. We inverse the bearish fair value gap. We did tap into another 5 minute, and the point that I didn't like was that we were within this 15-minute bearish FVG, as you can see right here. Another point that I didn't like was that if you look at NQ flushed to the downside, took out all that sell side. We're reacting off that 4 hour gap. But if we look at ES at the same time, ES is still hovering. It hasn't even taken out these lows from earlier. It hasn't taken out London. It's just been hovering pretty much, right? So ES is showing a lot more strength, but it's really not doing much. And when the market, when NQ and ES are kind of just doing opposite things, it's really not an optimal day to be trading, or it's really not a good idea to be looking for a setup. But for me, I decided to try my luck with a low risk long. Once again, we took out all this sell side, 4 hours holding within this 4 hour FVG. Again, we look on the hourly, we swept out all of this sell side liquidity. The 5 minute right here inverses a 5 minute FVG. We come back in to retest, and my entry was actually right here. Actually, I didn't take it on the retest. I took it on this 1 minute inverse. So let me just show you guys exactly what I was seeing at the time. So yeah, so I took it right here. So on the 5 minute, we just inverse this 5 minute gap. We closed above it. I didn't actually end up waiting for the true retest. So my entry here was on this 1 minute flip. So on the 1 minute, basically, we had inversed this 1 minute gap right here. We had a push to the upside. We came back in. We respected this 1 minute FVG. And as you can see also, this was a breaker in here. So this was my entry right here after this bearish candle close. So again, we're delivering out of a 4 hour bullish FVG. The 5 minute at this point had just invalidated a bearish FVG. We had closed above it. A bit of an aggressive entry, but again, we enter, 1 minute pushes above, inverses this 1 minute gap as well. We come back into this 1 minute FVG. I take the entry on this bearish close right here, because this is also a 1 minute breaker at this exact same point right here. So that was my entry right here at 10:12. And basically, I was just looking for targets all the way back up. I wanted to see price just continue to run up, take out all of this low resistance buy side liquidity, and continue up potentially back to the pre-market high and then potentially back to the previous day high, because again, ES was all the way up there showing a lot of strength. So in terms of why I moved my stop loss to break even, I seen that price was just hovering and it was just choppy right here. So right at this point, I think I got my risk to reward to 1 right here. And I ended up moving my stop loss to break even. Price came down, literally just tagged us out, and then it continued to run from there. And since then, it's just kind of been hovering around. So no actual take profits. My plan to take profits was going to be at the end of the 15-minute FEG. So I would have actually hit this take profit. But yeah, so it's a little bit unfortunate. But at the end of the day, we respected this 4-hour FEG. ES was all the way up here. NQ was just lagging behind. We inverse this 5-minute bearish FEG. We enter off of the 1-minute inverse right here, retested this FEG and this breaker at 10.12, and we're just targeting buy side liquidity. I move my stop loss to break even right here, end up getting taken out, unfortunately. And since then, price has just been hovering around. I was kind of looking for like the home run on this play. I wanted to see price run all the way up. Like if we would have ran this up, this would have been a 4-hour trade, keeping stop loss below that wick. Again, I would have taken profits at the end of this 15-minute FEG, which would have been right here, which would have gave us about just under 2 hours, so 1.9 hours. So it's a little bit unfortunate, but hey, it's not that bad, right? Not the greatest in price action. Again, ES and Q kind of doing opposite things from each other. So not really upset to walk away with it from break-even day. So hopefully we catch something tomorrow. I believe we have no news tomorrow, but let's hope we can catch something and end the week off strong. But that's going to wrap it up for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Until the next one, give me a like, subscribe, comment on the video, follow me on Twitter. Link in the description if you guys want to support the channel. Until the next video, I'll see you guys then. Peace.